Namaste, good morning. My appeal to the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, to the opposition party leaders and the Chief Justice of India. In various aspects, all of you have been at fault. Mr. Modi, the power has gone to your head. You're intoxicated with the power. So you're talking nonsense, you're abusing people, you're forever finding fault with the opposition leaders. I'm not saying all the opposition members are perfect, but in a war like this, in a game like this, election, everybody will contest. So it should be a fair contest. You should not cheat. Nobody should cheat. I know the EVMs, when it came, Congress party brought it and they also did some fraud in the EVMs, and that the BJP has mastered it in such a way that nobody is able to do anything with them. The 2019 election was totally mastered, matched. That is what they did. Not matched, they hatched. They didn't hack, they hatched. That's what the technical term somebody was telling, one of the experts. Okay. So, Mr. Modi, you're calling yourself a god. If you are God, then you can do so many things for the development of this country. But you have not done anything towards that. Only you have done 2%, I think. That is still 98%. You found fault with the Manrega, with the Congress party. I still think Manrega is not a good program. Because of that, the food inflation came. The Manrega should have been such that these people go to the farm labor to work in the farms. But there is no time for them, time frame. They just go when they want and they come back working hardly for 2-3 hours. And half the money is looted by the officers, the block development officer, this fellow, that fellow. And these people get, and what these workers do, they drink and they are lying. And then when your government, that is the BJP government, said that the Manrega was a bad program, again you continued it. The Manrega, okay, if you want to give job security for the rural poor, fine, you give it. But see to it that these laborers are available even to the farming people. The farmers are today suffering because there is no labor. All these laborers are they've got so used to all these freebies and working for 2-3 hours and then go drinking. So it's not a properly implemented program like the demonetization. Demonetization, if it was implemented properly, a lot of money could have come back in the proper way. But then it only paved way for more black money to be looted. So many of these politicians, they don't have brains. First is they don't have education, and even if they have education, their motto is to loot. So the Manrega should be reconsidered and not what they did earlier. Because of that only the food inflation came. 2008 it was implemented. 2008-9, I stand corrected about the year. Then the same Modi said, over my dead body, the GST. The GST is another failed tax all over the world, and then we are the highest taxpayers in the world. And there's so many slabs. I think when Dr. Manmohan Singh wanted to bring in, he was only saying one slab and maybe about 10 or 12% or 14% at the max. But today we are paying up till 28%. So it's a blood-sucking tax. It's not a good and simple tax as Mr. Modi exclaimed in July 2017. It's a failed tax. After that, they said insurance for the farm loans and this and that. None of it comes. It is all just by mouth. You say so many things, but at the practical level of implementation, the farmers suffer to get their insurance. This is the truth. Why should these insurances be given to the private sector? The government should monitor this. But then it's given to the private sector to loot money. And then about the educational loans, some Dana Lakshmi or something, some Lakshmi loan, half the time that app doesn't work. This is the truth. And many people are running to the banks for months together, years together, and the parents and the students are all harassed. The banks are only giving loans for crooks. They are not giving it to the honest citizen. Unless you pay some commission there or some under the table money, no loan comes. This is the truth. The Mudra loans were all given only for the BJP nominees or BJP, whoever got commission. I know many of the BJP members were busy arranging mudra loans for people for a price. Just and say, oh, you've done a great job. No, you've not done a great job. The same thing applies to the Congress party that please, Mr. Chidambaram and family were really corrupt and don't bring in such people as ministers for if you win this time, and see to it that you put some decent, honest people into the ministry. But unfortunately, it is only the crooks who get the minister post, which is very sad. I'm not saying all of them are dishonest, but then a few of them who are repeatedly put as ministers. And for heaven's sake, if the Congress is going to form the government,